What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back at you with my final 2022 mock draft. This is going to be the predictive mock draft. I've talked a lot to my buddy inside the 49ers, RJ Gillen, and he's been trying to help me out, hearing what he hears everywhere in the league that you guys can't find on Twitter. So let's have some fun. Let's get into this, and it's going to be a crazy mock draft. So if you guys are new, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I will be live during the day one of the NFL draft. Fortunately, we're not going to be able to do it day 2 or 3, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, guys. Don't worry about that. Tonight is the night, though. We've been working towards this for a long time. Excited to be here. So thank you guys for making this journey awesome, because honestly, I couldn't have done it without you. Let's get right into the mock draft. Starting off with the number 1 pick. The odds-on favorite is Travon Walker right now, but it is not solidified. Even at this moment, it is not solidified. I still think Aidan Hutchinson could be it, but I have yet to actually put Travon at 1. I might have put him at 1 last time, but we are going to go Travon Walker here. You know, he is I think he's minus 300 now to be the number 1 overall pick. At the end of the day, the GM is selecting the guy. So, you know, to be fair, it does fit with what Balky has drafted before. And you know what? He's going to be that much of a stickler against Harbaugh. So it sucks. Again, we're going to be doing fully predictive here. And it kind of sucks because I want to be able to blend in. We'll blend in some of my own taste, but we're going to do everything as predictive as possible. Under that condition, Aidan Hutchinson is going to be the number 2 pick. I think these guys don't escape the top 2. I think that's just the way it rolls. But that's how this draft is falling right now. Number 3, I am pretty solidified on this one. It is Ikem Ekwonu out of NC State. Yeah, I think that's a big W for the team right there. Number 4. Yeah, I think Ikem also, it's a big favorite by Houston Texans. People who say like otherwise, it's a bunch of smoke right now to make sure that teams don't move ahead of them for Ikem. I think the Giants have been in trade talks as well, but regardless, number 4 overall, you look at the value of this pick, and I've been hearing so much Sauce Gardner. I don't know if I could pull the trigger on that though, because again, Evan Neal is here, but my buddy RJ has put Sauce Gardner every single time at 4. They might just really, really love him. And I've been hearing so much about the rumors about, the Jets are thinking about trading Mekhi Becton. They're trying their best to. So it makes sense to go Evan Neal here, but I got to go Sauce, man. I do. If they really think that corner 1 position is the way that they want to go, then that's going to be the way they go. We're going to trust the consistency of RJ on this one. We're going to go Sauce Gardner out of Cincinnati. Number 5 for the Giants, we are actually going to go Evan Neal here out of Alabama. And I think this could be a spot for a top 10 trade. But I have heard that if the Panthers are sitting at 6 and a tackle is there, they are going to do the selfless thing, which they should have done all along anyways, and go Charles Cross here. There's rumor that this pick might be traded out, which is quite insane. But yeah, I think that, I really do think this number 6 pick is on the chopping block, especially if the Jets go otherwise. I think that that'd be a great spot for like the Eagles to move up for KT. But the Giants are sitting here and they're getting their dream draft right now. Evan Neal, KT, usually those were my number 1 and number 2 guys who came off the board in the middle of the season. So yeah, they're pretty damn happy right at the moment. But this pick, I could definitely see Jermaine Johnson here, but I've been hearing so much love for Drake London, and RJ believes it too. And like everybody in the organization is just like straight up going crazy over Drake London. I think he's the first wide receiver off the board. Number 9, this could be Derek Stingley right here, and I think that's the trigger I'm going to pull. But dude, Jordan Davis is on the board, and I've been hearing a lot of love for Jordan Davis. Like there is a lot of top 10 love for Jordan Davis. Maybe more than Derek Stingley. And I know the Seahawks for a fact have been looking at him pretty damn hard. The question is, will they take Jordan Davis over Derek Stingley Jr.? And that's a tough one. I think I have to put Jordan Davis there just because of the rumors have been really strong, but they also like Derek Stingley. Like that's a really tough one, guys. That's a really tough one to decide between. because I don't think Jordan Davis escapes the top 12. You guys can check out my video that I posted earlier, which is all my board rankings, as well as where I think players will go. Spent a lot of time on that. Video is not doing too well. I know that right now isn't really a good time for videos anyways, but still want to make it for you guys, so you guys have something to watch. I know a lot of teams are trying to trade up into the top 10. The question is, like, if you trade back, what do you get? And Jermaine Johnson's not going to be there. Derek Stingley's not going to be there. Jordan Davis is not going to be there. Unless the Seahawks are going to be going back for Malik Willis, I can't see it happening. And I've been hearing a lot of trade talk in the top 10, and I'm thinking about trying to make a move, but I legitimately cannot. And that's really weird to me. So we're going to go Derek Stingley right there. Because again, they're supposed to be top 10 trades, but right now, apart from the Atlanta pick, which I think Atlanta could potentially trade back, I can't see a spot where teams are just like, holy shit, we need to move. Jets as well are looking to trade back. So definitely a pick that I could see going their way. But, you know, I'm looking at it right now, and they love Jermaine Johnson, man. They have him above KT. A lot of teams have actually Jermaine Johnson above Kayvon Thibodeaux. So that's a really weird one, because I do think he deserves to go in this range. I mean, this is insane. This is insane. But, oh, I got to do it. We're going Jermaine Johnson out of Florida State. I think that's what we do. At number 11, I think the Baltimore Ravens are trying to move up for Jordan Davis or for Jermaine Johnson. I know that. So I'm actually going to make a move up here with the Ravens, because I think Washington can move back at this point. I don't really think there's much of a contention for that pick. And we're going to be going number 14. And this is not part of the predictive part. Honestly, I can't even remember the pick values at the moment. I'm pretty sure this is like a 300 gap, which, I mean, we'll just say it's pick 70. It's probably less than that. We'll trade pick 76. Don't worry about the trade value at the moment. We're just predicting the trade up. And they're going to be going for Jordan Davis out of Georgia, because I know that pick 12, they're definitely intrigued on him there. Number 12, this is a tough position, because Trevor Pennings's on the board. Jameson Williams is also on the board. And I know a lot of teams want to move up for Jameson Williams. Garrett Wilson is here too. And you know what? Howie Roseman is also in trade talks. So I think this could be a move up. Again, we're seeing a lot of teams want to move into this range where you are, but there they are. So again, this is a pretty relatively cheap trade as well. And you could probably trade that 103, and maybe they ask for a 4th round pick in return. I don't know. I do think that you could see the Vikings moving back, because again, Garrett Wilson's on the board, and somehow, some way, the Eagles are going to be the ones who scoop him up. I know they're going after wide receiver. Jameson Williams could be that pick as well. I'll just say that. But something in my gut says the Eagles aren't expecting Garrett Wilson to be there at that pick. So number 13, I know that teams are going to be trying to move up crazy, and this is a heavy trade back spot. We're going to see a trade again, but the Chiefs are going to be moving up into this one. Of course, I don't know why I moved out of the AFC, but we're having the Chiefs move up. And again, I have no idea what the actual trade value is at the moment. We're doing this just for the simulator value. Usually when we do multiple rounds, I will actually calculate the value, but they're going to be moving up for Jameson Williams. I think the injury tax gets him to this point, and that's it. With this pick, I do think that going after Kyle Hamilton is a position that they can go after, as well as Treylon Burks. I know that Kyle Hamilton is in that range of 8 to 20, and this might be where his fall stops. So Kyle Hamilton is going to go number 14 overall to the Washington football team. Just kidding, Washington Commanders. Number 15. So this is a weird spot. This is actually, like, you could see another move up here, because we have seen the Vikings move back multiple years in a row. But this is a spot where you could see someone like Trent McDuffie come off the board. I don't agree with this personally, but it is something that could happen. This is actually a really fucked up situation for the Vikings, but this is where we could see. I've heard a lot of rumors that Lewis Cine is going to be in the 1st round. This is a position where I could see him potentially going. I would hate it personally, but you know, it is the way it is. I've never been in this situation before, so this is very intriguing to me. Wow, I don't know where to go with this pick. Trevor Penning is on the board, and I know some teams are really intrigued with him. And honestly, Oh man, the question is, could the Chargers move up like that? The Chargers can make a small jump. Oh man, there's way too many trades going on right now, but I think that's a possibility. I think it is. We're gonna see the Chargers make a move up here with the Vikings. I think the Vikings might trade back twice. It is feasible. Like, it's not out. I love how the fact this actually might be less realistic than my actual realistic mock draft. Isn't that hilarious? But my what would I do mock draft? We're actually gonna be going Trevor Penning here out of Northern Iowa. But this pick, this is going to be probably Chris Olave. I do think that he goes within this top range. You could even see the Chargers move up for Chris Olave right there as well. With this pick, oh man, this is gonna feel weird, guys. It's gonna feel weird. I don't like it. Lewis Cine. Lewis Cine's gonna be the pick. They're gonna trade back, get extra picks, and then be able to snag a top end safety of the class. I think that we're underrating where they're going to go. Could have been McDuffie, but I don't know. Like, his size and scheme specificity definitely is going to be what I'm a little bit worried about right there. So that's why he falls to the Eagles, and the Eagles are a perfect fit for him. More of that zone coverage scheme versus a team that, honestly, you just want to get a really big playmaker. So at number 19, oh man, we have yet to see a quarterback come off the board. And this is where I could see one coming off the board right before the Steelers, where the Steelers could have even made a move up as well to 15 for Malik Willis. But I don't know. They might stay put. And the question is, would the Saints be happy taking a quarterback? I don't know. Like, they're not going to go after a tackle here. I know that for a fact. They're not going after a tackle at this pick unless they can trade up into the top. So when you look at the guys who are available, it's a really weird spot. But I can see them going after someone like Devontae Wyatt. Excuse me. I'm gonna go balls to the wall here, guys. We're gonna go Malik Willis out of Liberty. And this is a really weird pick, but I think it's what happens. I think it literally kills me inside, but that's what happens, man. This is the weirdest draft I've ever done by far. These are the past two drafts where I've just been going balls to the wall. Really weird drafts. 20. Oh man, this is horrible. Like, this makes me feel horrible right now. Because again, I kind of just robbed the Steelers of my favorite target for them. At this pick, man, I think they do go a quarterback, and fuck it. Desmond Ridder, do it. God, I hate this. Like, honestly, I hate this so much. I think Devin Lloyd's going to be this pick, though. I like that a lot. Allowing Treylon Burks to be pick 22. I mean, again, I think that they finally address wide receiver. 23. Kyler Elam's in this range, but I really think George Karlaftis is going to, oh man, but you have to cater to Kyler Murray. Oh man. The question is, how much of an impact does Kyler Murray have on this draft? That's the real question. Breece Hall is also in the equation here, because I really do think they could. This is the top end for George Pickens. I know the Eagles also brought George Pickens in, but I mean, this might be Zion Johnson here. It might be. Zion could be going earlier than this as well. I just don't know. Oh, man. Wow. This is tough. Because the question is, how much of an influence is Kyler going to have? That's between Zion Johnson and George Karlaftis here, because, I mean, the NFL is not very happy with George Karlaftis for some reason. It's really stupid. But we're going to go Zion Johnson here. We are. And then this, I've been booking it for a while, Kenyon Green. For the Bills pick, I'm going to do it. Breece Hall. I think I'm calling it. We're calling Breece Hall right there. Number 26, this is going to be Tyler Smith. I think teams absolutely love Tyler Smith. I don't think there's going to be many trades in the zone because there's a lot of guys who are very talented. But with the Buccaneers here, I really do think they go after Devontae Wyatt in the end. Kenny Pickett's going to go in the first, man. He is. 28, I think this is where you could see someone like Karlaftis go. I do. I think they're looking for offensive line, and you've kind of been screwed overall on offensive linemen. So that's where you go right there. 29 for the Texans. Obviously, that would have been a great spot for George Karlaftis, but you could be seeing a corner right there. Oh, man. This is a weird spot for them, too. Like, Tyler Linderbaum's the best player on the board, but obviously they don't. They honestly could go to offensive linemen. Seriously. I don't think that's out of the question. But at the same time, I couldn't see that happening. I couldn't. I could see them going Daxton Hill, though. because I do think he's very similar to what Justin Reed would be for this team. So I think Daxton Hill might be making it into the first round, and that is the team he goes to. Number 30 with the Chiefs. This is where we're going to see Kyer Elam. I think that's the solid move for them. And Dom Perignon sitting right over there. I'm going back to it, baby. We're going Tyler Linderbaum out of Iowa here. Continue to invest in Joe Burrow. You were that close. Tyler Linderbaum can really make that big of a difference. And at 32, what I think is going to happen is a quarterback. I think Kenny Pickett is just too damn good at the moment, and you need probably some teams that want to move up for him. I think that team could be the Atlanta Falcons. I don't think the Lions are ready. I don't. I think the Atlanta Falcons are looking for someone right now, and it's a cheap trade up, technically. Not like when you look at compared to first round trade ups. You might have to trade a fourth or maybe a third round pick to get up into this range. But let's just send that through. Again, don't worry about the trade value. I think Kenny Pickett does fall towards the end of the first, and that is how the draft is going to end. It might be the worst mock I have ever done, but you never know. The real draft at the end of the world, at the end of the day today, is going to be probably the worst draft we've ever seen, because we've gotten our hypes up on what is logical and not what the NFL is actually going to do. So let's pray that I'm wrong about this, because I didn't like a lot of the picks. But thank you guys for always supporting me, always watching me, being able to be there for me all the time. See you guys on the far side. Peace.